Welcome to the Painfully Human podcast. My name is Edward. I'm your host. And we're doing office chats today. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, office chats is our super casual, super informal, whatever we want to do episode. The team is here. Say hello, team.
Hello, team.
Hey. Can we have one extra person in there? Direk, do you want to say hello? Ay, kamay lang.
Yeah.
Yay! That's Direk Miko Pelino.
Yeah.
He's not technically on the team. Hindi naman technically, he's not on the team talaga. But he's part of the family and forever will be welcome here. Fun fact, Direk Miko and I worked together years ago. He's the director of Kakayanin Kaya by My music video. But he's also one of the directors, or he was one of the directors for Mix. We worked together for years. And as of this moment, by the time you guys see this, we would have had a docu-series that came out. And he helped. Well, now he's helping now as we record this. But as this of the release, he would have helped create that. So love you, Direk. He's joining our office chats today. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Serene is the one who fixes all of this. Mm-hmm. So anyway, what are we doing today, Serene? Okay. Oh, sorry for context. Yeah, I never know what's gonna happen in these episodes. It's super. We're not planned. I trust my team that they will come up with questions and sana may sense yung mga episodes na to. Direct Miko will chime in if there's anything to ask, but we're just gonna have fun today. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Amen. Okay, let's go.
Also, we're missing a person today.
Yeah, Fiona's not here today. Angge was supposed to womp womp. Tristan's like womp womp. No, what is it? Angge is also at Bible college right now. So she's coordinating from online.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're not alone. Direct Miko's here.
Yeah.
And it's all good. All right,
Yeah.
let's go. I don't know. What are we talking about today?
Okay, so for today's video, we're talking about something that he has.
Oh gosh.
Me and Kuya Tris were thinking about questions in the car. What's something that Kuya Ed has authority on speaking of?
Wow.
Like what's something
Authority.
that we wanna ask? Authority, no. But we're gonna be talking about trust.
Hey.
We're gonna
Okay.
be talking about trust today, guys.
Gosh, interesting.
So,
I'm not.
for context, I am a 19-year-old student who hasn't graduated college. And so me and Kuya Tris our first question is, what did you see in us that made you wanna trust us?
Aw.
Everyone in the team.
You
Everyone
better
in the
answer
Oh, it's
right.
about you pala, no? You just want affirmation. So for context on yeah, interesting topic. Okay, great. So again, I didn't know what we're gonna be talking about, and for maybe some of the newcomers, this is Serene. I should have introduced the team. This is Serene. There's Tristan. There's Rafa. Direct Miko's on the side, but that's my team. Serene is my creative director. Which, for those of you who don't know, it's super uncommon to have a young creative director, I guess, in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Rafa is our tech guy. Tristan is my editor and videographer. Anyway, I think one of the things I'm really proud of in this show, at least, is we don't... I kind of like it. I like not doing things the way that's usually done. So it's not usually as normal as that. And that's not saying we're better than other people. It's just it works better for us. Siguro yun na lang, that's what we can say. It works better for us. So interesting. What made me... And we have to figure out how to turn this into like an episode for them instead of just us talking. I think one of the things that made me trust you guys is your heart. And there's always going to be like risk taking, I think. So I think I like taking the risk on you guys. And I think that's one thing that as Gen Zers, correct me if I'm wrong, Direct, no. The more the industry doesn't always like taking risks. So I remember there was a teleserye pitching for me and my this was years ago and didn't actually push through. I remember someone in the meeting when they told us the story and the progression of the story in the teleserye. They said, ayun lang, very formulaic, alam niyo naman.
Formulaic?
I know, right? So I was like, God bless. And again, you guys will not know who this production is. You won't know who said that. But I was like, wild. So talagang may formula. There's a formula in all this. And I was just thinking of like the way things have always been isn't the way things should always be. And so I think one of the things that made me always like really love you guys, and this goes for Rafa too, but it was really just like the heart of, okay, they see the vision, they're sold out for the vision. They don't have to know how. I just have to know that they're with me. Like I was telling this to my parents. You know, I feel weird. Technically, I'm your boss. I'm opening up to you. Do people do that in the real world? No, like I was talking to my parents. I was actually talking to a close friend of mine recently, and I was telling this person. I was talking about my parents to them, and I told my parents, like, 'cause I won't always agree with my parents about where I'm going in life, but I don't need them to agree. I just need them to know that. I just need to know that they love me and they're with me. Like, we may not see eye to eye on certain things. I think there were moments where my parents might not have been... Actually, I know they were always supportive. But in the sense of... I'm sure they had their moments like, shucks, you're gonna leave the security of your job, potentially, to do something that's a big risk. I understand if any parent felt weird about that. You know what I mean? So, like, I didn't need you guys to know how to do everything. I just saw that you guys were willing to learn. And I'm an imperfect boss, you know? Like, I don't know everything I'm doing. So, number one, I didn't expect it of you guys, but I got the feeling that you guys were willing to walk with me. And, like, you know, like, the trust I've received from you guys is, like, wild. That's why I don't want to be that, the dictator boss. Because number one, I just don't think I'm good like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so Direct Miko and I, we worked in Mix a lot years ago. And I said this, Direct, I'll always say this, and I'll always honor Mix. Tahimik si Direct ngayon, kanina ang ingay eh, kasi on cam na. But like, Mix was one space where I think outside of church was the healthiest environment that I had. Because we had one golden rule of Mix. Direct, can you just say it? The golden rule of the dressing room. One of the main, like, I remember this was the first time, let's talk about culture real quick. The culture in any, like, every environment has a culture. That's one thing I learned. Every environment has a culture, whether you like it or not, whether you're aware of it or not. There's a culture there. It just depends what type of culture there is. So I think there may be bosses watching this. It's like, what culture? I think we have a very fun culture here.
Yeah.
We like having a lot of fun, which makes the hard moments easy, and that's exactly what Mix was. It was like, we were professional, but we did it well. Like, we were excellent, but we could have fun. So like, there are some times where, like, I've seen work environments, and it's like, alam mo, sometimes you see like all the values on the wall, and then you look at it like, how much do we live this out? So it's always a challenge, but Mix was really that place where I like, the golden rule. This is my first experience of culture was, they said, Edward, there's one rule. You're not allowed to stay in the dressing room. When you have your makeup and you've changed your clothes, you go out. You're not allowed to be alone in the dressing room. So, bawal yung mga parang inverter. Bawal yung mga introvert in that sense. Like, you can be an introvert, but, you know, go out, talk to the crew. They're your family. You know, talk to the guests. You know, just don't, you know, you're here for a purpose. Parang in a way, do your job. Like, be a VJ, you know? And being a VJ, like, that's one of the, I don't say it too much, but it's one of my super proud moments of, like, I got to be a VJ at Mix, man. And I was like the last generation before, you know, Mix was... There's a new gen now, but that Mix was like, you know, that was it. Like, in a sense of, like, that's the bloodline of Luis, Manzano, Robbie Domingo, you know, all these amazing hosts. And one of the I'm so grateful that I got to be there in that. And it's like, you know, Mix wasn't the VJs. Mix was the crew and the staff. It was the culture. It was the home. Like, it wasn't... Mix, I would say, it was more a group of people than it was a brand. And so, if you take away all those people, sometimes it's like, what is Mix? But they're doing their own, like, a new thing now, which is interesting. I'm all for it. I would still love to, be part of it in any way, but like mix again, it's like a new season. It's a fresh chapter.
Yeah.
So you can't compare the new chapter to the old chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just very happy that I got to be part of that story too. So Trust is really unique because actually I want to talk about it. I remember my first, Derek, do you remember my first taping day by any chance? Probably not. You won't remember it. Sobrang pangit, grab. Like, like, I was probably, like, so there was Anton, Danny. Yeah, we could actually probably, you won't see it, but maybe we can put in a couple of, like, pictures from my mixed days. Serene's gonna be the one editing this, so your head's hurting right now. Serene in the future, sorry for making me give you extra work. But my first time, like, I did so many takes, and I remember, like, doing it, and it was not, when you're, like, nervous, and in my head, I'm like, please just say it was okay, because even kahit pangit siya. Like, please just say it's okay so we can move on and I can go home. But all the other VJs were watching. And then Miss Ina was our boss. Like, she was the head of Mix at the time. Like, well, in the sense of, like, production side, that she was there, and she, like, the episode would only, like, the sign off to, okay na to for airing. Okay, like, you can air that. Would come with, would end with her. So if Miss Ina said it was good on the day, okay na yan. So everyone, like, I was like, is that okay? And then all the cameramen, all the crew, whoever was there, the writer would slowly look to Miss Ina, and she would go, isa pa. I was like, oh no! All the VJs are there, and I felt the, like, it was Anton. I think Ilona was even there at the time. Danny, Sam with 2 M's, Kuya Robbie. They were all there watching me, and it was like, other than Robbie and Ate Ai, who were like the veterans of the time. Like, I was the next most experienced in terms of showbiz because Danny, Sam, Anton, they all came from
VJ Search.
Parang VJ Search. So like I should be good at my job because I was in showbiz longer. And I don't want to say they enjoyed me looking like an idiot, but it was, I'm sure it gave them some security that, you're okay. Like, because I should be good at that. Wala lang. Like, and so again, going back to trust, it was like, whoa, the trust that they gave me. Like, that's where I experienced empowerment, and that's where I experienced, like, why the heck are you allowing me to do this? And they just, and a process siya eh. Like, I think that's where I realized, not only now am I realizing direct, like, how much of this podcast is influenced by Mix.
Aww.
And it's the culture, it's the subtle things. Yeah, like, it's there, no? I feel like you can feel it in them, in the team.
Yeah,
where it's like, like, this is Yana. And then, like, I don't know, like, who else is there? For context, Yana was Ate Feliz pala to. Feliz was our tech person at the time. She helped me do the Kwentong Barber podcast. Now, I know you're not a girl, Rafa, but anyway.
Si Feliz din naman.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. Anyway. But, like, it was like there's so much influence there, but I experienced the empowerment, and I like, they allowed me go through the process of it being ugly before it got better. And so that's why I feel like I'm always gonna be, and we experience that in church all the time, like in terms of how we build teams and how we empower. It's like, I didn't necessarily, like, I didn't get you guys because you guys could do it perfectly. Got you guys because you had the heart to do it. And so I experienced that myself. Like, I remember just saying, I like Mix. I feel like I'm safe there and I like being there. I experienced the culture of what it was, and I wasn't good at it, but I felt like I wanted to just be there. And so, and when I talk about trust, empowerment, like, just being given an opportunity. I think when we're given opportunities, it's easy to want to give it to other people because you experience the grace of, like, whoa, they trusted me.
Yeah.
And granted, there were times where I didn't want to do the work sometimes at Mix because I was just, I felt so uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable kasi. There were times where I would, Direct, you don't even know how many times I would stalk these guests to interview.
Nagka-feel ako.
Oh, really?
Ginagawa mo siya.
I would try so hard to stalk them. And no, I feel like this is so distracting for the video people when I'm moving my foot like this, so forgive me for my twitchiness. For those who are listening on audio, I'm moving my foot a lot on camera and they see it. But anyway, like, I don't know, I tried as hard as I could to be prepared. but it just sucks when you're so prepared, pero pangit pa rin talaga. So I don't know, mix just really gave me that space to explore, experiment, and learn about who I am. So I'm always gonna be cool with, you know, knowing you guys. I saw the character that you guys have too. Anyway, that was one question. Cool. Now
okay, now going to your experiences. What was an experience that you had that it built your trust for people because someone trusted you? Like, what was the defining moment of that?
I just told you all about it. Like, Mix was one. Mix was definitely one. Like, there are times in church, like, I mean, to be honest, I'm always down to talk about it. I don't know how much people would want to talk, like, hear about it. So for context, my first leadership experience was in PBB, and it was for a task where we were like, it was a military task, and I had to lead the team. And I was just such a douchebag, honestly, looking back. Hindi, legit, like, I was a dictator. I was like, makinig kayo sa akin! And like, during that time, that's when the song Baliw was made, like my song. They were just having fun, and I was so against fun, because I'm like, just be serious, do your job. Military, you don't know the weight of what I feel. Because so long story short, for what people don't know this, but to give context, the task was supposedly like a normal task. I'm just gonna make it into layman's terms. It was supposed to be a normal task, but I knew the secret was it was like a special task. There was a hidden special meaning consequence if we didn't do well. So everyone thought it was like, oh, wala lang to, laro lang, like, it's all fun and games. By the way, for all the Tagalog speakers out there, I know sometimes I have may tuwang ako. So if you're looking for perfect English speaker, I don't know, not me. Tagalog speaker, I mean. But anyway, tao lang. But like in that task, I just felt like, again, it was my first time leading people. I didn't have any idea how to do it. I didn't have the character, I didn't have anything. So I just remember looking back, I was so mean. And so I remember my first time being empowered to do something was by a guy called Paul Carolino, who's our generation's pastor at church. And I kind of just wanted to serve in the youth team. And then like he trusted me. I just continued showing up, and he entrusted like a certain responsibility to look after like the pre-show, like the games of the service. So like every week we had to come up with the props and the games and like a pre-show. And it was like a 15 to 20 minute show that these hosts would do. And in my head, I'm like, I'm a host, I should do that. Like, I was on Mix, bro. Like, but then like, so like the weight of holding a microphone in church means like you speak in front of young people that you can influence. So if you're not saying the right stuff, or your character is not where people should look at you and be one of, if your character isn't good, why should you be in front of people that, And so I remember being like, that was a whole other thing, but I remember just having the opportunity to lead that, and I remember trying to take it so seriously. But I remember looking back, I'm like, why the heck did you take a risk on me to lead young people? You have no idea how not bad I was, but in the sense of like, my heart was just not in the right place, because I was just trying to earn approval and all this other stuff. But it was an example to me, like, okay, God can grow you and heal you and use you to serve other people even when your heart's not fully in the right place. And that just points to like, galing ni God, so super powerful and sovereign that even in my imperfection, he can still use me to help people. So that was another example, but I think Mix in terms of show business was the biggest, because I'm like, there's no reason why. Like, I was an unproven, parang ano lang, sikat lang ako nung time. Like, I knew I was like, my name was hot. Mayward was like, a hot topic at the time.
That was a thing.
So like, of course, like, it's good for any show we would be part of. But in the sense of like, I didn't earn my spot. The others went through a VJ search. So in my head, I'm like, shucks, I didn't earn this. But I enjoy being here. So that was a time where I'm like, dang, I know that they know na di naman I shouldn't be here. But I didn't earn it. So looking back, I didn't realize,
But you proved it.
I love you, dude. I love that. I love my episodes with Direk. My
the
mix.
episode ends here.
And we're good.
We're good.
Healing, guys.
Pero seryoso.
Aw.
You proved it. Solid.
Love you, Direk.
Lahat yung mga nakasama namin before sa mix. Nung yung process ni Edward from getting him, then being a VJ, being a host. Every time, after ni Edward mag-host na ng mga big events pa, meron talaga tong batang to. Parang galing na nito.
Love you, Direk.
Promise,
Bye,
brother.
guys.
Guys.
See you in the next episode.
Off-cam na? Iyak na. Oh, that means a lot there. You know what I realized? This is an interesting thing, and we might be going off topic here. Kahit yung mga ganyan, like, honest feedback, or like, opening up about, correct me if I'm wrong, Direk, there's so many times where it's like, kahit pangit yung ginawa mo, or nung isang artist, it's like, no, good job. Like, and like, even the culture of feedback, it's not really in show business.
Yeah.
You find, that's why I feel like a lot of people look online like, oh, how did I do? Like, I heard
the worst place to look.
which is the worst place to look.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, you can't win because you go online and it's either extremely good, like people will always tell you that you're good, like your fans will tell you like, oh, ang galing mo, or people will always tell you that you're bad. So it's like, okay, you won't find an honest answer there. But then you don't get an honest answer from the production. Because like, sometimes, well, not all productions, but most. Where it's like, they're scared of offending you. And so, I think I grew up a lot with the, it's like, I thought I was always doing okay. But I knew I wasn't because I had a feeling like, di maganda yung ginagawa ko. But no one had the balls, so to speak, to tell me I was bad. So it's like, I don't like personally, one thing I don't like in the Philippines, like I like clarity. I like knowing. So like, example, you guys know how much you're getting paid. I don't like the awkwardness of like, hindi, ikaw na lang bahala. I'm like, because that means I'm not happy and you're not happy if we don't agree on the right thing. So sometimes the culture, diba? Derek's laughing because it's like, it's the culture. Yeah, and so it's like, it's just the clarity of, I want you to know where we're going. And I want to know where we're going. And I want all of us to be happy. I don't really like the culture of, things are swept under the rug and it's like this big awkward thing. And then, parang sumasabog lang. Like, Tristan, great example. I think this is interesting that we can talk about this. Tristan and Rafa, I agreed I'd pay them after we're done with all the episodes. We're taping a bunch of episodes. Just checking, that's still cool, right, guys? Tristan last night says, hey, can I say this, Tristan, when you message me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that cool? So, there are some productions that haven't paid Tristan yet. Shout out to you guys, whoever the heck you are.
What?
Freaking pay him, corporate jobs and everything like that. No, but our agreement was I'd pay him after. He's like, they haven't paid me yet, can I just get this for gas? I was like, cool, do that. I don't know how many other bosses, I don't know how, would that be weird in other, you know what I mean? Like, Tristan and I are friends, but like, and so just stuff like that, where it's like, clarity just releases you. And yeah, there's a phrase we have, like, clarity is kindness. Like, one of the best gifts that you could give someone is clarity. Like, if you want me to prove my point, shout out sa mga may MU ngayon na di nakatuluyan. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm just saying, like, be real. I hope that doesn't hurt people. But it's like, you didn't know where you guys were going. And now you're both hurting, or the girl's hurt, the guy's hurt.
Dang, they're not expecting
Shots fired. I don't know, but I hope it makes sense to you guys. Anyway. Anyway, where do we go from there? But like, I just don't. I kind of didn't like it in show business where it was so hard to find someone that would really tell you, what it was. Yesterday we were like the three of us, Tristan, Serene, and I were at a wedding. It was Fiona's wedding. Yesterday, as of shooting this, and of course it's Fiona and Athaya. Athaya is my closest friend. So I hosted their wedding and I hosted the reception after the ceremony, and so I was able to get like Pastor James is there. Pastor James is at most of the weddings that I do, and the reason I'm sharing all this is because I asked him for feedback. I'm like, how was it? And he'll tell me how it was. I said something, and 3 people said it wasn't it was. So I made a joke. Na di ako bayad dito, like at the wedding. Did you catch that?
Yeah. That's like
people laughed at it. So I think people laughed at it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did, right? And 3 people were like, Edward, pangit lang, like, shouldn't have said that. And I was like, really? Okay, like, you know, I'm open to feedback, and like maybe it was weird, maybe it made people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Judging from Derek Miko's, he was like, oh shucks, I shouldn't have said it. Was it?
Okay lang.
Okay lang. Okay, good. See,
I would say it.
Okay, because it's the truth. Like, I'm doing it for my friends. Like, why would I make them pay? It was just the truth, and it was jokes. So 3 people said it wasn't good. But with respect to these 3, they're gonna know who they are. Hope they don't watch this. But these people don't live their life on platform in the sense of like they're always holding a mic, right? So I asked Pastor James and I asked Pastor Kate, and they said no, it's fine. Like, it was cool. And so it's like I was just learning. Okay, there are actually voices that I can listen to, and but I'm just saying in showbiz. And I think in a lot of workspaces, you don't get that clarity, you don't get that feedback. And it's like this awkward thing that you walk around. So, you know, like, here's probably what I want to say to all the Gen Z bosses or whatever, or the, you know, the bosses who are leading Gen Z peeps. It's like, shout out Serene. Is probably this, like, the Gen Zs, I remember seeing a post, someone sent it to me and they're like, the Gen Z is the generation that sees and hears everything. If you pretend, they'll know. Like, I bring this up so much. Gen Z can tell within the first 1 to 3 seconds of a video on TikTok or on Instagram if it's an ad or not. They can smell it. And so if they can smell that, they can smell when you don't practice what you preach. They see the elephant in the room and they're not afraid of talking about it. So if you're a boss that is unwilling to talk about the elephant in the room, you're automatically losing connection to the Gen Z. So hopefully that helps someone out there. Again, I'm not perfect, but I think we do okay, right, guys? Right, guys? Pay you one time. Pay you one time.
I have a question.
Okay, go next question.
With clarity and feedback, how do you like discern who to get feedback from and who not to get feedback?
Discern is such a unique word for people. How do you figure out? Such a Christianese term. How do you figure out
who to get feedback from? Because some people, like, for example, parents. Some people can't get feedback from their parents, and some people can. So how do you like figure it out with yourself?
That's an interesting one. So who do I get feedback? Okay, so I have for this podcast, obviously. Okay, I have you guys. Like, we've had times, for context for everyone out there, we have times where we've actually had an episode, we will not mention anymore after this, but like we've had an episode that we decided not to air, and we just felt it. Like, I remember asking you guys after, like, how do we feel about it, and we all kind of felt it's not really who we are, so we decided not to air it. So that's like okay, I'll get feedback from the team that are in it with me. I'll get, and I think my main criteria is who's for me. Like, if they want me to lose, I'm not gonna listen to your feedback, because you can tell sometimes the difference between criticism and feedback. Like, if you're criticizing me, you're telling me what I'm doing wrong. I don't like that. Again, it's another culture in workplaces all around the Philippines where it's like they'll tell you what you're doing wrong. They won't tell you what to do to be better. Lagi kang late. Paano? You know, what can I do better? It's like a lot of it's correct me if I'm wrong, Direct, because like I know these guys and I want to hear from you. A lot of times it's like you have to feel what is wrong. Like, kailangan makaramdam ka. Is that the right grammar? Like, you have to feel out what the issue is instead of it being said. And that's something that you know. One of the reasons we're doing this show is because I just, you know, there's sometimes where I don't like that. Like, I remember someone told me, Edward, you've said no to a lot of shows. I said, what do you mean? I never said no to certain projects. And they're like, no, you just said you're so busy. That's basically saying no. I said, no. I'm not saying, but I sent my schedule, and I said, guys, I want to be part of this show, but this is all I can give this time. So their thought process, apparently, which I didn't realize, was, he's showing us how packed he is. Di siya available, so wag na lang.
So it's like passive aggressive.
It's like an indirect passive aggressive no.
Yeah.
Which is not at all what I was saying. I was saying
Literally,
I want
your
to be
schedule
part
is-
of the show.
Yeah.
Here's how I can be part of it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know indirect no pala yun.
In-
And I'm like, but that's not, again, it's like, guys, what are we doing here? Like, why can't we just speak straight up?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
the fact na pinakita mo yung schedule mo goes to show na gusto mo siya gawin.
Diba, direct?
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, teka lang, what are we doing here? And so again, it's cultures, it's work environments, and you know, no one is perfect, and we're not better because we do it differently. I think we're healthier. I think we can say we're healthier, but like just that thought of clarity of like are the lanes of communication open? Like, so I guess to round off the answer, who I go to, it's like, are they actually for me? Will they tell me the hard stuff that I don't want to hear because they want me to be better? Or are there people out there that just want to see you lose? You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes it's like, I'm not just selective in hearing who I hear. Like in this podcast, people said not to do it, or that it wouldn't work. I don't know many artists that would treat a podcast like their main thing. I think we're doing that. Like a lot of people, it's like a side hoe, side girl, side chick. This is like one of our main things, and so, like it's a little different. And so anyway, like people said it wouldn't work. As of this point, we don't actually know. So, but my main point is I was selective in just listening to people that believed in it and that saw the vision. And I think, again, you have like the same people I would listen to would be willing to tell me when I'm being an idiot. That's probably it.
That's right.
Like Fiona gave me feedback a couple of weeks ago in one of our episodes, and she's like, I think you should give less context and give less disclaimers. And cool. That means she sees something I don't, and I'm willing to take that feedback. But if someone just says, pangit ng show, pangit, sabihin mo kung bakit pangit yung show. You know what I mean? Tell me why. And if you can't say why, you're just a hater, man. Like, you know, do it like,
Word.
you know, whatever.
Constructive.
So if you're gonna hate, at least give us like actual feedback.
That's true.
Tell us why we're bad, because we'll listen, but we'll chew out the bones and, you know, we'll chew the meat, spit out the bones. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions?
Question.
Oh, no.
Since you mentioned Gen Z people,
Gen Z
so
people.
me, like people like me, we're known as a generation who's very sensitive. So
Right,
how
direct.
do you, yeah, very sensitive. Okay, I've been there and done that. How do you train yourself to receive feedbacks and not take it personally?
Okay, at this point, I kind of have to say I'm not like a teaching authority on this.
Yeah, guys.
Like,
Yeah.
like again, I'm not like a consultant for bosses.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just here trying to figure it out as well. And so all we're gonna talk about is our experiences.
Yeah.
So even when Serene asks me, it's like, I think we're talking for the sake of the episode too. Serene knows what I feel about this, and I was like, well, so hopefully it helps in the sense. But I do think we have an authority on it because we live it. What was the question again? How do we?
How do you, as a Gen Z people, how do we train ourselves to not take the feedbacks personally as an attack to us, but rather see it as a way to get better?
Constructive.
Like
Don't-
constructive.
Don't be
not-
a softie. Just don't get offended. No.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I think I don't know, a two-way. What do you think?
Parang tama. Parang medyo tama.
Parang two-way, no?
Dapat.
It's like, let's say it's a relationship. Like it's a boss thing, and then it's a
Yeah.
like, I think Gen Z, we like my observation on Gen Z, and at least for me, I feel. Let me go back to mix. I felt like I could screw up in mix, and I wouldn't be. But okay, let me go back even further. I love videos of abused animals. Not getting abused, Wait, let me finish the thought.
Someone clip that.
Shucks, canceled. No, I love seeing videos
Yes,
of
yes,
abused
yes.
animals find healing.
Oh,
Okay, there you go. That was a close one. No, like I watched this video of a kitten that was mistreated by its past owner get saved, and then there was like a foster mom, like foster
Yeah,
cat
yeah.
that would come in, the kitten would try and like hit the cat all the time. But paulit-ulit dumadaan yung mother foster mom cat to the point where it was able to lie inside the bed with the kitten, and eventually the kitten felt safe. So here's my theory. I could be wrong. Sometimes like the millennials are so used to like, you're not allowed to feel like they're so you know, deal with it inside. You know, cry at home, not at work. Be a man. Don't feel. Men don't feel. Like,
that's so sad.
which has led to so many healthy families, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Anyway, that's a different topic. But like, you know, like there's so much of that culture, and then now the Gen Zers are like, screw it, I'm gonna feel whether you like it or not, and then it just creates this clash. But it's a give and take thing of like, to the millennials, I would say, I think I can speak on this because I've gone through this in my personal life. To the millennials, please create a safe space for it. Be willing to talk. Like, if you're, like, I could say this with my mother. The times where my mom has changed her behavior for it to be safer for me have been the times where I've openly expressed what I need, and I've openly expressed what makes me feel safe and not. With a mother and son relation, that's super important. And sometimes for the Filipinos out there, that might be super like crazy to you, that you can tell your mom how you feel. Not in like an over the top way. Like, don't be weird about, you know. But just, I would say like, I told my mom this great story. I bought a PlayStation the other last Christmas 2024. I sold my PS4. I bought a PS5. Big thing for me. Ghost of Tsushima, all this other video games. One day I was sitting on the couch. My mom was watching. My mom likes watching shows with me. She does not enjoy me playing video games. So I was like, shucks, she's gonna want to watch TV with me. She doesn't want me playing. But one day I just said, Mom, you know what? I like it when you sit next to me and I play video games. I feel like I enjoy the game more. Since then, she has never complained about me playing video games. Because she knows how I feel. And she knows I enjoy the game most when she just sits with me. So like communicating that might be insane to some people listening. And don't get me wrong, sometimes when you communicate what you need, it's not always received well. You know what I mean? But it's worth it in that sense. So to the Gen Z, it's like sometimes you gotta talk, but don't be like the weird, like don't screw it up for the rest of us. Like, hindi, kailangan, this is what I need, boss. Una trabaho pa rin yan. Like, you know, it's still a job. You gotta, you know, don't be, it's not our right. We're still working. We're employed. Like if Serene, you say to me like, there's a difference between I need a break. Cool. Why? Oh, I've been working. Like, you tell me why. Tell me what happened. And boss, I need a break. Brain break. Mental health break. You know what I mean? Like, there's a weird side to it. I don't need to spell it out because we haven't experienced that. But to the boss as well, it's like, if a young generation has been used to being mistreated or not safe, opening it up, but having firm boundaries is like super important. Again, I'm trying not to like be like a teacher on this because I don't think I'm the best person to ask. But these are just my observations on how it is. What do you think, Direct? Let me throw it to you.
Such a sensitive topic.
Such a sensitive topic.
It is.
I'll end with this. I think Gen Zs are like super talented, super creative. Like you guys are my proof of that.
You're Gen Z, right?
I'm a Gen Z too, but I'm your boss. That's weird. If I say I'm your boss, no.
You're a Gen Z.
I'm a Gen Z too.
Are you a Gen Z, Rafa?
Yeah. Direct me ko din eh.
I am a Gen Z.
Yes.
At heart.
At heart.
At heart.
Undercover. Oh man, I hope I don't get canceled for some stuff I say.
It makes sense.
That makes sense.
This is a
makes
discussion.
sense.
What do you guys think? What's
Good.
good thoughts?
Yeah.
All right. No editing out. We're not gonna edit this
No.
out. Dang it. Dang it. Our guests are late, so we can keep
Yeah.
on going.
Yeah.
Now what, Serene? She's trying to figure out a question to ask. No,
Oh,
like.
you have a question. Kuya Tristan has a question.
Where's the one
from a while ago?
Yeah, I have it.
Direct Miko, do you have any questions? Direct Miko's actually a phenomenal interviewer. If you don't want to ask it, you can just tell Serene she can ask.
You go.
You go.
Oh, Kuya Tristan has a very sweet question.
Which one?
He said,
Which one?
this
They're all
one.
sweet.
What would you do differently with your future children?
Yeah, speaking on top of like what you just said.
So for context, what's your
For
biggest dream?
context.
My biggest okay
dream?
guys, my biggest dream is legit to be a father. I want to be a like that's my biggest thing.
Edward Jr.
No, I'm not gonna call my I'm not gonna call my kid Edward Jr. I do have a name for a daughter though. I think I'm gonna be a girl dad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
I
a girl
believe
dad.
that, guys. Yeah.
But I want sons too.
But he is. You're gonna be.
Yeah, I want. That's my biggest dream, and it's weird. I didn't know until, I think Miss Isa said it. Isa. She's like, "Whoa, at your age, you want to be a dad?" And I think it's waning off. I feel like not many people want to be dads anymore, or like want to be parents, which is super interesting to me because I always grew up like that's the point of a family is to have children and you know next generation and stuff like that. My biggest dream is to be a father. Now, I don't want to be a father anytime soon. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong.
Important note.
Yeah. So I don't want to have that anytime soon. But that's my biggest dream is to be a father. And so one of the things, there's so much, but I want my main goal is I want my children to feel safe, right? I want them to feel safe. A goal of mine is I want my kids to want to come home for Christmas. Like, guess I'm like abroad or like to go spend it with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's like, I want them to love coming home. And I want them to be sad when they leave. Like, that's it. Like, that's my goal. Like, if I've done that, you know what I mean? I've done my job then, you know? And so I actually learned this, and you guys know who I learned this from, but I had a married man talk to his kids and said, help me with this story, guys. It's actually Pastor James. He talked about his kids, and he said, like, he asked one of them, what makes you feel safe? He says, when you love mom. And that was so interesting. Did I get that story right? I think it said something like that. Something along those lines. But the main point of Pastor James when he told that story was like, the best thing we could actually do for our kids is not love our kids. It's love, like more is caught by seeing than taught by speaking. And like we're in the Philippines, a lot of mothers will be like, don't do that, like do this, don't do that. But like you see the way people live, and it's like that's what you copy. Like, because we're monkey see, monkey do, all of us. Like I'm in kids church at the moment. I serve at the kids. Like whatever the teachers do, that's what the kids do.
That's true.
You know,
That's so true.
if like whatever they say, you know, why do you think all these kids say what the Sigma for? Not that we say that in church, although we do sometimes, to be honest. But like they see it from adults online, and then they're just like, oh, my favorite YouTuber says it, so I'll say it, and so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I've experienced this. Like one of the, I've actually told my parents this. Like sometimes I feel like parents can fall in, and again, this is all learned off observation and conversations I've had with married people and parents. It's not my own words, and it's their authority, not mine. But I've just seen so much of how parents have loved children. They think that's the most important thing you do, and which is so needed. But when have you guys ever experienced like the smothering love? Like it's like I don't. It doesn't make me feel comfortable anymore. Where it's like that smothering love, and it's like, I don't need you to love me. I need you to be a good example and love
Other people.
love your wife or love your father. Like love your. And it's like that gives me a good example of what to look for. You know what I mean? And so shout out mom and dad. And so that's apparent, and it's weird because Pastor James' kid at the time, I think he was I won't say the name, but like that was like, I don't know, 6 years old when he said that, 7 years old or something like that. At the time, super young. And it was interesting that a kid at that age recognized that the safest thing that can make is like that when the mom loves the father and the father loves the mother. And so I heard even videos online about that's the best thing that you could do for a child, because they'll see that and that's what they'll do. And that's what they'll look for in the future too. So that's I don't know if that answers the question of what I do different, but that's what I want to do. I think in the Philippines we have a culture of really loving our kids, which is beautiful. But like we also unfortunately have a culture of like broken families and fatherlessness, and one of the main I learned this. I don't have the exact stats, but one of the main projectors or like proof of poverty in countries is if you look at the state of the family homes and if there's fatherlessness.
Yeah.
A lot of the poorest areas in any country, you will find a high percentage of fatherless families. And so that's why I got a tattoo on my leg of counterculture, whatever the culture is.
What is it now?
Yeah, it looks like this. It looks like
I
that.
did the branding.
Yeah, and then anyway, they changed the logo now, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it's
I already
it's
showed
like
it to
that
them.
now.
We can, Serene, can you just pop up a picture of my tattoo? Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like the fast forward button on a remote.
They changed the logo.
But and they changed the logo to the different. But anyway, it's like it's what I like. It's one of the things I want to be like. I just want to be opposite to the culture of what is not good.
Yeah,
So,
good.
yeah. Again, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm just trying to. They're 5 minutes away. Or I guess they're 5 minutes away. How long is our episode so far?
47.
47. They were late. I can extend 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes.
1 more hour.
One more hour. Well, let's make this an hour long. Sayang naman. We're having good time. Direk, is there anything that you want to talk about or ask? Please, one question. I feel like you're such a good interviewer.
Yeah, that's true.
And the observation. Hindi kasi, sorry, naalala ko lang yung regarding dun sa Gen Z and millennials, ganyan. Na, yun nga, you'd want to give, parang understand everything. Parang sa akin minsan kasi, let's say, tayong dalawa, ibang generation.
Yeah.
Let's say, nanggaling ako dun sa generation na be a man.
Yeah.
So, lumaki ako sa ganun na generation na.
Yeah.
But I also understand yung younger generation na it's supposed to be handled with love or care, ganyan. Pero sometimes parang nasa isip ko kasi, kaya ako nga ito ginagawa kasi I care for you.
Yes.
Pero the problem is, yung kumbaga parang kaya ako ganyan kasi the world is not as loving as you think or you'd like to think it is.
Yes. Yeah.
So parang may ganun lang na yung observation ko lang kanina. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It's like I actually had a conversation with, I'm not gonna give context to the conversation because it was a private thing. But me and Robbie Domingo had a talk recently. And if Kuya Rob see this, he'll know what I'm talking about, and it's fine that people kind of know about it. But it was very clarifying because he's one of the most encouraging people in terms of like he believes in me a lot, and I love that. Thank you, Robbie. But one of the things he said, like he believes in me to a degree where it's like, shucks, I don't want to let him down. And so when I opened that up to him, that I was carrying that, he was like, yeah, he communicated that the way he knows to love is to do that. But I was receiving it in a wrong way. Not in a wrong way, but in a way that kind of gave me a little bit of a heaviness. Like I didn't want to let him down. And so we clarified it, like, you're not going to let me down, bro. Whatever you choose to do in life, all that stuff. So I love you, Kuya Robbie. But you know, like, sometimes it's just the way to communicate love is different in the past generation to how it is now.
Yeah.
But the heart, I guess, is kind of similar.
Yeah.
So that's such an interesting thing. But I do want to, maybe we can end it on this topic. Serene, stop me if we've talked about this too much.
Okay.
But just like, Direk Miko, okay, so I need to give context on what Direk Miko does, because I think he's a phenomenal director. He did Mix Live. He worked with Mix. You just work with so many different artists, and to be able to connect to those, nahiya na siya. He's like, please don't look at me.
I can't see.
But in Mix, you'd work with a lot of different personalities, artists, and to have a production that could handle the personalities of like a E-heads, the Eraser heads, to all these new stars, to all, ABS, GMA, whatever artist, people would come and they would like being at Mix. That shows the character of the people there. So like, you can never, and Direk Miko worked on so much of that. So I would describe him as a creative, right? It's not all him. There's so many other people. It's really not all him, but he's just the only person here from Mix right now. We have Kathy at the Meba, we had Yana, Felice, we had Miss Ina, Chusi, we had Sir Calde. Like, so many people that you guys won't know, but these people were Mix. And there's a new team now that I'm sure are doing great. The reason I say that is Direk is a creative. Just like me, like our minds are more naturally creative and like ideas. Wow, galing ng idea na yan ah. Than like structured in a sense. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Different generation. But when we talk about vision and like ideas, it's like, and we align, gets na like there's a respect for the creativity in that. And so I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Direct, from a millennial creative to now a more Gen Z type of group, the Gen Z need vision so much. Like, we need to know why we're doing something. I really struggle if I don't know why I'm doing something.
Yeah.
So, pag may mga events, and they're like, Edward, you have to make, for example, yesterday, wedding. They're like, Edward, as soon as you get on, say Mr. and Mrs. Jacob, and then send them out. And then we're gonna come back and take pictures. Sabi ko, di ba pangit yan? You say goodbye, tapos babalik lang sila. Like, so I asked the coordinator, I said, hey, why are we doing this again? And then he explained that he said it's gonna be a nice moment for them to walk out, but then we also want to have pictures for them so they come back. So I was, for me, weird siya. But when we did it, I'm like, okay, this
Makes
actually
sense.
is nice. This is nice that they got that moment.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess to the bosses out there, the millennials, it's okay. Like, honestly, I love this. This is something I learned in church, just serving in church. Pastor Paul, Pastor James, they'd always say, like, I want you guys to ask why.
Yes.
Because if you ask why, number one, you become a critical thinker and not like a yes man. We have a lot. I think we have a lot of, like, my main example is security guards. Sir, can I bring my scooter inside? Bawal, sir. Saan ko po ipapark? Sa labas, sir. Wala naman parking dyan, sir eh. So, pwede ko bang buhatin? Bawal, sir. Like, there's no, like, kung ano yung rules. Yun na yun.
It's true.
So I'm just like, critical thinking. So anyway, like you become a critical thinker. But number two, like, I'd say, it's like, even if things don't go to plan, you can figure it out. So you can just message them that we're just finishing an episode.
Yeah.
But then another thing is like, shucks, ano yung point ko? Oh, distract na ako direct eh. Ooh, squirrel thoughts. Yeah, you become the critical thinker, but also number two, it's like, you just know where you're heading. And I want to end it with a story of like this big CEO that I saw before, and how they were doing all these expensive dinners, they were going on all these trips, ang saya ng team, but they didn't know where the company was going, and no matter how much they were getting paid, the team left. All their like A-class members left, because it's not that we're not having fun. It's we just don't feel like there's purpose in what we're doing. I had someone close to me in my family recently find out that their company is basically going to be dissolved because they made bad. Parang it's going to be dissolved because they made bad investments company wide. So everyone's gonna lose their job, but not yet. Parang redundant na yung company na yan. So it becomes like, why are we actually working if there's no point to this? So the point I'm trying to make is, if Gen Z knows why and knows where, even if we don't know how, okay na yun eh. Like, we know what. We didn't know, like, we're not the standard here, but like, we didn't know how, but we knew where and we knew why.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we'll figure out.
Yeah.
That's our North Star. You know, other than Jesus, that's our North Star. Like, we'll figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
And we've like, then you know how to troubleshoot. Like, when something goes wrong, you know what to do.
Pivot.
And so my main point with bringing up Miko and I am being different generations of, like, I think when we've worked together, when we found out the reason why we're doing something and we know where we want to get to and why, how we shoot it, how we do it, how we execute it is just like, well, semantics na yan. Like, you just figure it out as you go. So anyway, that's it. Like, we're gonna sign it. You don't have to attach to the camera. I'll just hold it. So we're gonna sign this episode. I don't know. We kind of I had a Latin teacher called Mr. Morgan before, who would talk about waffling. Waffling is a British term for when you're just like, dami mong ebas ba? Dami mo sabi. Like, we just waffled the whole of this episode.
What's it called waffling?
I don't know. It's a British thing. I don't know. But hopefully, I don't know, to everyone out there, like this is insightful in some way. I hope. Like I love office chats. It's one of my favorite things to do because this is our office. It's a nice office.
Yeah.
Welcome to the office. I should say that next time.
Merch.
Merch, the office merch.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a show. That's a TV show.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, but again, guys, we're just figuring things out as we go. And if you guys enjoyed anything today, I'm really happy. I enjoy this, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. Thank you, Direct Miko Pelino, for coming on as well, and thanks to the whole team, Tristan, Serene, Rafa. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Office Chats here at the Painfully Human podcast.
Yeah.
We talk about life here, and hopefully it's good. But I want to say a huge thank you to Siesta Horchata for giving us a home. We're shooting this in their cafe. They allow us to transform our room every time. But I'm so blessed. Sorry, let me change it to this one. Siesta Horchata. Best drinks. I actually did something today where I mixed an espresso shot with the peach iced tea.
Yeah.
So that is actually a off the menu secret hack. Are our guests here now? Hey, okay.
Hi.
See you guys in a second. As we end the episode, we're gonna end the episode. Serene, give me my signy thingy.
Yes.
Last message to the Gen Z. Can you hold it? Because I have a mic. Yawn. Alright, we're calling this Office Chat. What episode is this? Two? Office Chats. Where did I go? Right here.
Yeah.
Office number 2. Ha. Eme lang. There you go. I don't know what I'm doing, but welcome and thank you to the Painful. Thank you. How do we end this? Just fade out. Just fade out.